I think that why often for parents it is hard to say that my child has been thinking about hurting themselves. My child has said they've wanted to die. I'm worried that my child thinks like this is because, from my experience, I've had thoughts early on. My daughter was 7 when she first talked about wanting to take her life. And for me, immediately what I thought was, what must that mean about me as a mom if my child wants to leave this world? Right? Like what kind of parent has a child that wants to die? What have I done wrong? What have I missed? And in my experience, and I frankly, I don't have the answers to what have I missed or what did I do wrong, because in my experience, and now I'm parenting children that have not had some of the struggles of my older child. In my experience, there was never one thing. There was never one thing. There was never one sign I missed. There was never going to be one thing that was going to make it that she didn't have to go through this hard time. And I think we are just hardwired biologically as parents to save our children from pain and from going through a hard time. And in my experience in this journey, I wish and I want for my daughter to have never have had those thoughts and feelings. But in my experience, she is one of the strongest women I've ever met at age 25. She is thriving. She has a 3-year-old son who she's doing a fantastic job caring for. And, also for us, we were sort of fell into that group where there was the periodic revisiting during hard times of these hard thoughts, right? So she'd be going through a major transition, or there would be difficulty with the peer group. And unfortunately, there was a combination for her of both this organic sort of things that she dealt with, right? Some of the brain chemistry, where she was going to be more prone to depression and anxiety. There were some social factors at play for her as well. She was just a kiddo that was just going to internalize pressure and put pressure upon herself, despite everything I did. And so, what would happen for her is that during different stages in her childhood, she would experience these thoughts about wanting to take her life or wanting to not be alive anymore, or just not being able to imagine how to be alive and not feel as terribly as she felt, right? Because that's often what her experience was.